Recently, there have been numerous deaths, and one of the victims says the attacker was a vampire. On a game show, 5 contestants are asked if they think vampires exist. 3 of the contestants say they do not believe, and the other 2 think they exist. One of the 2 believers is a fashion model named Yumi, and the other is a heartthrob vampire actor named Seiichi Hirai. The 2 have an argument with the other 3 contestants on the existence of vampires. A young Romanian girl from the audience joins the argument. It is then revealed by a mystery caller that the girl who survived the vampire attack was saved by one of her agents. When asked why her people got involved, she says they were ordered to by the vampire princess. A servant of the princess by the name of Verados is introduced onto the show. One of the opposing contestants, Isao Ebikawa, she openly declares that she believes she's an actress. Verados then reveals the arm of a vampire in a case. The young Romanian girl from the audience asks Seiichi why he is wearing a gloves. Seiichi then revealed to be the vampire attacking people, and it is also revealed that the encased arm is his. After biting into Yumi's neck and sucking out her blood, he transforms into his true form, which resembles a giant bipedal chameleon. He then escapes from the show set to the roof. There, the actual vampire princess is revealed to be the young girl in the audience who entered the argument. She then confronts the monster and effortlessly kills him. The princess reveals her name as Mina Teepees. Mina states that she will be using Tokyo Landfill Zero as the new kingdom of the vampires, and states it will be called the Vampire Bund. Akira Kaburagi Regendorf excuses himself from class when the subject of vampires was brought up, feeling uneasy about it. Yuki catches up to him to bring him a lunchbox, and she has a crush on Akira, but she is soon called in by Nanami Shinonome to discuss about the student council financial report. Hyuse tries to encourage Akira to make a move on Yuki, but to no avail. Later, Akira discovers a girl secretly watching him. He instantly sees a series of past memories of her when he touches her, causing him a major headache. The girl runs off when Yuki arrives, who tells him to see a doctor. Later, while going home, Akira encounters the girl in front of a billboard, introducing herself as Mina, the vampire princess. A military helicopter fires missiles toward Mina, but Akira manages to duck and cover her from the sudden attack. After escaping from the military helicopter, Mina then asks Akira to apply shade gel on her, which is to prevent her from getting worse from exposure to sunlight, in which she eventually coerces him into attending to hair. 2 assassins disguised as police charged at Mina and Akira, yet they are easily defeated in the end. On the top of a large tower, Akira reveals that he has amnesia due to a head injury he suffered a year ago. Immediately after, a spider vampire named Tsuchigumo attacks Mina and Akira. When Tsuchigumo flings Akira to the ground, Mina cries out his name, triggering the memories where he promised to always protect Mina when they were younger. Akira rediscovers his heritage as a werewolf of the Earth clan. As he makes his way to the top of the tower, he slaughters Tsuchigumo and rescues Mina. Waking up in Mina's bedroom, he realizes that last night's happenings was not a dream. He is also aware that all of his memories have returned. Mina is now a transfer student at Akira's academy. However, everyone is shocked to see that Mina and Akira share a master and servant relationship. Akira runs off to get away from all the commotion. He receives a text message to meet up with Mina soon. Yuki manages to find him, questioning about his association with Mina and his restoration of his memories. The student council finds out that Mina is the actually founder and chairwoman of the academy, much to Nanami's dismay. Akira appears in the office, not noticing that he left behind his cell phone until later. Nanami wagers the capture of Akira for the expulsion of Mina, inviting all the students to participate. Meanwhile, Mina and Verados are having a business meeting with various politician representatives regarding the ratification of the Special Zone Establishment Bill submitted by Isurugi. In their presentation, it is displayed that the government has increased in debts and decreased in bonds over time. It is also noted that the Vampire Corporation has earned more income than the other represented corporations. Just when the student council has Akira cornered, Mei Ren shoots a hard candy as a bullet into a window, which then distracts the student council and allows Akira to escape. Mei Ren leaves her contact information on his cell phone, giving it back to him. Back at Mina's estate, Akira jokes that he had forgotten about his childhood promise to always protect Mina. Elsewhere, Nanami is seen being engulfed by a horde of zombie vampires. Mina is planning to hold a worldwide press conference, as all members are thoroughly tested to be humans for security measures. She is greeted by Juno Dermales, who insults the reputation of both Akira and Verados as savage guard dogs, frustrating the 2 as they leave. Akira and Verados later go on top of a large tower, where they converse about their loyalty toward Mina. Verados goes on to say that if the princess dies, the vampire race will disappear from the face of the earth. Durmails reports that one of his newly recruited agents has gone missing and a deadly bomb has recently been stolen. While Mina holds her press conference, Akira and Verados try to search for the bomb. During the press conference, Mina mentions that the Vampire Corporation has given support to the government and economy. She further voices that the Vampire Corporation would withdraw its support if the Special Zone Establishment Bill was declined. Akira and Verados find out that a reporter named Nicole Edelman has the scent of shade gel, confirming the identity of a vampire. Nicole is not only responsible for killing Durmail's agent, but has also removed some of her internal organs to stitch the bomb into her body. Just when Nicole attempts to attack Mina, Akira restrains her and Verados stabs her in the chest, which incinerates her body. The bomb, however, has already been activated. Unable to disarm it, Akira throws the bomb into a disabled elevator shaft, causing a small explosion. The bill is eventually considered, as the entire city had witnessed the turnout of the press conference, whether they believed it or not. The students of the academy still seem to be amazed that Mina is a vampire princess, and Akira is her servant. Yuki volunteers to assist an unskilled Mina in the nutrition class, even though the latter claims to be well educated in various cooking utensils. When the two present Akira with their culinary creation, they are interrupted by a television broadcast reports that the Prime Minister Katsuichi Mizuguchi is against the Special Zone Establishment Bill and wants to dissolve the assembly. Yuki later notices that Mina is wearing the ring she gave to Akira as a gift. However, Mina blatantly remarks that the sole purpose of Akira is to serve and protect her, despite what his relationship was with Yuki. Huse shows Akira photos confirming the rumors about Nanami being attacked by vampires, suspecting Mina to be the culprit. Later that night, after Akira thanks Yuki for helping Mina prepare the meal for him, they are suddenly ambushed by zombie vampires, surprisingly wearing the same school uniform as them. Meanwhile, Mina goes to see the Prime Minister Mizuguchi, trying to convince him to back down from his opposition toward the Special Zone Establishment Bill, but to no luck. During a rainstorm, while Akira is brutally beaten by the zombie vampire, Mei Ren steps in at the last moment and easily handles the zombie vampires. Akira and Yuki escape into a warehouse to dry their clothes. While Akira says that his memories returned after seeing Mina, Yuki admits that she saw the two when they were first attacked. It is revealed that Mina sent Nella to kidnap Shinya Mizuguchi, the Prime Minister's grandson, after he refused to reason with Mina. Mei Ren confronts Akira and reveals that Mina organized the recent attacks against her in an effort to convince him to be her only protector, causing Akira starts doubting and distrusting after pondering about what Mei Ren said. He then finds out that Mina has Shinya in custody, the Prime Minister's grandson, in exchange for the mastermind controlling the prevention of the bill. At the academy, Hikosaka, who is tired of being bullied, is revealed to have vampire teeth marks in his neck as he makes his way toward Yuki. Akira comes in the nick of time and knocks out one of Hikosaka's fangs with his elbow. However, Hikosaka runs away before Akira had the chance of learning who had turned him into a vampire. Akira confronts her about the kidnapping of the Prime Minister's grandson and the infiltration of the vampires into the school. Mina is responsible for only the abduction, a non-violent but effective method, while another is responsible for the vampire infiltration and conversion of the school. A television broadcast informs that Mizuguchi has announced his early retirement as Prime Minister, in which the bill may be passed after all. Akira later gathers the student council inside the chapel, putting together a plan to force the vampires out of the school. Before Akira leaves to bring back weapons for the student council, Yuki asks about the ring she gave to him. Though he said that he had lost it, he still values his relationship with her. As the student council is confined inside the chapel for the night, they hear Nanami's voice behind the front door. Yuki, who tries to tell the other members not to open the door, is now distressed to see Nanami turned into a vampire. On his way back to the chapel with a stash of weapons, Akira is stopped by Alphonse, who says that he suggested the kidnapping to have the bill passed. Akira's father, Wolfgang Regendorf, mentions about his choice of killing Akira when he had amnesia. Both of them tells Akira that he must be willing to risk his life for the sake of the princess to rescue the student council. Meanwhile in the chapel, when Nanami tries to bite Yuki in the chapel, Mina shows up. Regendorf and Alphonse explain that all the attacks that happened so far were to lure out the conspirators against the Vampire Society, which is a terrorist organization called Telomere. Mina is disappointed that Jean had turned many of the students into vampires as well as had manipulated Mizuguchi to dissolve the assembly, slashing a sword through his face as punishment. She did not want to conquer the world, instead she wanted to be a part of it. As soon as Jean transformed, Mina cut his arm, but Jean's human ally Takashi Seijo distracts Mina, allowing Jean to grab hold of her. When Seijo charges in with his sword, Yuki steps in front of Mina. Akira crashes into the building and deflects Seijo. He then tears out Jin's heart, causing him to vanish. Virados arrives to the chapel with troops to treat all the victims. Mina and Akira challenge each other to a duel to the death, as they both transform into their true forms. As the fight causes the chapel to crumble into ruins, Akira sacrifices himself to save Mina from a falling crucifix. Akira, wounded but still alive, still promises to serve and protect Mina no matter the circumstance. The Special Zone Establishment Bill is finally passed, and Akira is knighted by Mina and takes his place among the greatest warriors. On the surface, things appear to have calmed down at the academy, but among the students there are deep physical and psychological scars that have not yet healed. Yuki comes into the office to show her draft of the Student Council Officer invitation, observing Mina's two-sided personality as both selfless and selfish. Meanwhile, Mei-ren pulls Akira over her onto the floor of a classroom, where the latter sees her wearing a replicated necklace, as the original belongs to someone special to her. After Yuki scurries to the classroom to pick up her notebook, she returns into the office, only to find that Mina is reading her diary. Though Mina apologizes for reading it, she is quite intrigued for what Yuki wrote. Mina also apologizes for lying about the ring Yuki gave to Akira, admitting her jealousy of Yuki. Elsewhere, Virados saves a young boy named Yuzuru from a rogue vampire who self-destructs, and learns that Yuzuru is searching for Nanami inside the Vampire Bund. Mina and Akira later find Nanami and proceed to chase after her. Stopping in a forest, Akira and Mina are introduced to Historica, who quickly surrounds them with her vampire minions. However, the Beowulf Elite 8 arrive the battle, under the command of Regendorf. The Elite 8 fight against the vampire minions. Nanami escapes after preventing Mina from attacking Historica. However, Virados shows up and engages in a battle against Historica, with the two speaking of their past. Yuzuru sneaks away from Yuki to find Nanami, who is overwhelmed by her feelings for him and pleading to Mina for her death. Historica suddenly show up and bashes Yuzuru aside and takes Nanami, making her escape, leaving Mina, Akira, and Virados to wonder what she is planning to do to the human race. It is explained that capsules, called Agni's blood, are implanted in Historica's vampire army, causing them to self-destruct via cell phone signal to carry out suicide bombings, which may take place in the underground subway stations. Virados tells Yuzuru that she chose to become a vampire to serve under Queen Lucretia, Mina's mother. Mina and Historica met on top of a tall building to negotiate. Historica is caught off guard when Virados sets off a detonator, causing the building to collapse. While falling, Historica loses hold of her cell phone, and Mina tries to obtain it, but fails to do so. Once underground, Mina reveals that the station is surrounded by aluminum foil and signal cancellation devices to prevent any large-scale suicide bombings. A desperate Historica orders a weakened Nanami to head to the roof of the building to initiate the cell phone signal to proceed with the plan. Yuzuru comes to stop Nanami, knowing of her obsessive feelings for him, as he stabs her with a knife. Akira finds a depressed Hikasaka aboard a subway train with a cell phone. Akira is trying to convince him not to do it. However, Hikasaka decides to end his life. The train explodes, as Akira mourns for his death. When Historica tries to kill Nanami and Yuzuru by breaking the bridge above, Mina transforms and saves the two from plunging to the ground below. Historica trying to call other suicide bombings, but suddenly, Nanami stabbed her. Then Mina reveals that the knife that was stabbed into Nanami is actually an extract of Mina's blood, making her the new master. Virados ejects Agni's blood into it, igniting Historica and killing him. Though Nanami is asked to work for Mina, Yuzuru decides to become a vampire to stay by Nanami's side. While Mina, Yuki, Virados, Nanami, and Yuzuru enjoy a day in the indoor pool at the estate, Akira secretly spends the day flirting with Mei-ren. Later on, they walk through a garden where Akira notices cleomes, which only bloom at night. Mei-ren tells of a tragic story about a butterfly that was in love with a cleome until its death. The message of this story entails that a butterfly will never be able to bond with a flower. Virados abruptly receives a call that 3 ships are approaching the Vampire Bund. Mei-ren states that the reason for her time with Akira was to evaluate his memory, recently restored and currently lost. Mina tells Yuki not to tell Akira about the 3 clans, but Yuki notifies him anyway. The 3 clans, led by Rosenman, Ivanovic, and Lee, visit the Vampire Bund, questioning her nobility status. She is forced to marry within her lineage to produce an heir to the throne. The leaders of the 3 clans send assassins after Akira, putting his life in grave danger. The wager is to see if whichever assassin can successfully kill Akira by daybreak. Then their respective leader will be chosen to be the husband-to-be. Akira's bloodline and lifespan are said to be different from Mina, making him unsuitable for marriage. Mina must undergo an unpleasant purity inquiry, one that examines whether or not she is capable of producing a successor to the throne. Meanwhile, Alphonse takes Akira away from the assassins and clarifies the situation Mina is dealing with. Alphonse says that Lucretia died in the hands of the three clans, and that Mina is now used as a vessel of the three clans. Akira sees Alphonse off as he prepares to battle for his life. Alphonse goes to Mina to tell her that Akira is determined to defeat all the assassins, and that he wants her to stay strong for him. From this, Mina raises the stakes of her wager with the leaders of the three clans, offering her life as collateral. If none of the assassins can kill Akira, then Mina is freed from their bet. Akira is up against an assassin with tentacled arms, who questions if he had seen the legacy of the true blood lineage. The werewolf puts his life in jeopardy, much to his inability to transform at this time. Mei Ren luckily arrives and rescues him, revealing her true form in the process. After giving him a sedative via mouth-to-mouth, Mei Ren confesses her love for Akira, saying that they belong together. The same assassin reappears and casts Akira, along with herself, into a deep pit. Changing into Yuki's appearance, the assassin asks him about the true blood legacy again, cutting through his chest with her arm, rendering him momentarily unconscious. When he wakes up, he sees Mina's appearance, asking him a third time about the true blood legacy. An enraged Akira transforms into a werewolf and murders the assassin in anguish. Akira is treated in a facility beneath the Vampire Bund established by the fangless vampires. Akira finds out that he could not transform before because Mei Ren forced him to swallow a hard candy that prevents transformation temporarily. He also realizes that Mei Ren works for Telomere. Akira has recovered all of his memories, including that of True Blood Legacy. Regendorf and Alphonse tell Mina of shocking secret behind the True Blood Legacy as well. 2 princesses were found in an underground castle years ago, and only one of them can carry on the true blood lineage, either vampires or beasts. The 2 beastly warriors shed blood in defense of identical princesses. Akira is brutally wounded by an attack from the werecat Mei Ren. However, he does not give up and he uses his last bit of strength to defeat Mei Ren. Mina wins the gamble, and the leaders of the 3 clans eventually swear oath to Mina. Soon after, Mina and Akira reunite in the estate, and Mina later makes a pledge to stay by Akira's side forever until the very end. Thank you for watching till the end, and please don't forget to subscribe.